That trailer theme alone got me excited for this game. Did Nintendo finally snap at fans' requests? I've been hearing people wanting direct sequels to 3D Mario games for the longest time now, starting with the alleged Super Mario 128, which I think ended up just being a proof of concept for Pikmin, a completely unrelated title, and there's a bunch of people who wanted a Super Mario Sunshine 2. This isn't just sloppy seconds being sold at a manufacturer's suggested retail price of $50, is it? Well, judging from the comments from the last video, I don't think that's the case. But let's go ahead and send off the Nintendo Wii with Mario's last adventure on the system.
The accolades for Super Mario Galaxy 2 were some of the highest I've seen a video game receive since Ocarina of Time in 1998. What did the developers do here that couldn't be done easily in the first game? Was it Yoshi? It was probably Yoshi, wasn't it? I purchased Super Mario Galaxy 2 day one and played it until I got around 55 stars, and that itself took about a year. I was very on and off with this one. I think I may have strained my Mario craving beforehand with a 120 star playthrough of the first game with Luigi. There was a lot of the beginning of Galaxy 2 that felt like a glorified expansion of Galaxy 1. The deeply abridged plot didn't help matters. Yeah, they somehow managed to abridge a Mario story. That's an accomplishment, I'm actually impressed. The end of Galaxy 1 could be summed up as universe explodes, Luma saved the day, and Rosalina resets everything back to the way it was with some minor differences, the differences being Super Mario Galaxy 2. Once again, Bowser kidnaps Peach during the Star Festival, blasting off to outer space, and Mario goes on pursuit with the help of the Lumas. He even gets a starship shaped in his image thanks to the assistance of Lubby, a morbidly obese Luma with a hearty demeanor, a terrible sense of humor, and may or may not be secretly racist towards Guillermos. Rosalina takes a backseat this time, downgraded to being the narrator of this extraordinarily simple story that Nintendo's been giving players since 1985. She appears in the ending for a little bit, but that's all we get, and she can join the Starship crew when you nab every star. And that about does it for the story. I'm not going to get worked up about its insignificance. I understand that fans of Galaxy 1's storyline might be miffed about the utter lack of a narrative here, but if I want my fix on good Mario stories, I'll go play an RPG title. Mainstream Mario games having zero story is about as synonymous as peanut butter being paired up with jelly. The resemblances didn't stop there. Focusing on the gameplay, Mario is no different than his Galaxy 1 foil, with the same being said for Luigi, who can now be selected in specific levels during the main adventure, instead of needing to 100% Mario's quest to unlock him. Naturally, the largest change here is brand new galaxies and challenges. At the start of its life cycle, Galaxy 2 began as a small follow-up of Galaxy 1, conceptually called Super Mario Galaxy More. Very creative. It was merely going to contain all the scrapped ideas that couldn't be applied to the first game, but as they continued to develop it, it transformed into something bigger, and they figured it can be a whole new full-sized game. Did it work? Of course it did. To say that Super Mario Galaxy 2 is a good game would be a huge understatement. It's a great game, but let's slow it down for a moment and dissect this piece by piece. Your face ship, that's what Lubby calls it anyway, is today's hub of choice, and it's tiny. Levels are divided into worlds this time, and you travel through them like you would with stages in Super Mario Bros. 3. Galaxy 1 kinda did the same thing already, but you had to physically travel to each dome to select the new stages there, and I guess they figured there wasn't enough to do in the Comet Observatory to justify the traveling distance, however small it was. Now it's just as easy as moving the starship to the next stage, and voila. But you still need the required amount of stars to open up new galaxies and other worlds. I'm okay with this change. The hubs in previous games never bothered me, but you guys know how I am with this. I prefer just getting a move on to the next level. The starship isn't downright devoid of activity, but it's all really inconsequential. The best thing you can do here is gamble with your collected star bits and coins to score extra lives for the journey ahead, but there's also nothing stopping you from shooting the shit with the folks you eventually invite/kidnap aboard your vessel. I feel the new level design here can be described as Super Mario Galaxy making sweet space love to every main Mario game beforehand and popping out this game 3 years later. Anti-gravity is still a major aspect, but it's like this game is something new while also being a celebration of Mario's career at this point. The looks of this may help accentuate that thought. Galaxy 2's color palette and exterior design is heavily more extravagant and jollier than the original. A lovely blue sky serves as the backdrop for a number of stages, and when a starry night envelops the horizon, it's usually accompanied with interstellar wonders and floating pancakes. Whether Mario is jumping in 2D or running in circles in 3D, there's little rhyme or reason to these galaxies. They are platform challenges in their core essence, with no identifiable themes or connections to adjacent levels. To paraphrase Forrest Gump here, the galaxies are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, and for a Mario game, I find that wonderful. If I have to deal with a conventional desert world or something in the mountains or freezing my ass off in the Arctic, I know that if I can salvage anything from this is that I'm still getting a solid game. But Galaxy 2 doesn't entirely abide by that rule, and I'll savor that when I can, damn it. The orchestrated soundtrack is back, and it is glorious now as it was before. I have to go buy these soundtracks, they're so oh my god! Nintendo, please get these babies on iTunes. A crime like this cannot go scot-free. What I was most interested about Galaxy 2 when I first played it was the new things they were going to have Mario do to get those damn stars again. If we're talking firmly about the structure here, the setup is the same, but Mario, and Luigi if you feel like switching to him when he's available, are going through an insane amount of different shit here. Mr. Miyamoto and company decided to have Galaxy 2 cater to those who thought Galaxy 1 was a bit too easy. I can mostly attest to that. I do think the original game was leaning a little heavily on the relaxed side at points. This is a platformers Mario game, as redundant as that sounds. You can't be all willy-nilly here, you gotta have good timing, good coordination. This is your 6 AM wake-up call, and that cup of coffee is gonna have to wait until you get that glorious star out in the distance. Don't worry though, Galaxy 2 is more difficult, but it isn't cheap, I find. Every death I suffered was usually the result of me being careless or failing a spot check when I was critically low on health. For the main adventure, they're not asking you to be perfect, just capable, and I think that anybody can do that with enough determination. It may look tough at first, but things aren't as bad as they seem. Extra lives are plentiful and more can be earned when you complete minigames this title is exploding with. I think every Galaxy has something of this sort. But if you're still down on your luck, for whatever reason you just can't make it, Galaxy 2 brings the Cosmic Guide. Dying too many times in one area will summon this ghostly form of Rosalina who can offer to hijack Mario to reach the end of the stage. Don't do that. It's so demeaning despite her good intentions. You don't even get a true power star, you get a bronze star, which doesn't count towards your star total. Show them who's boss and prove that you can indeed be a super player. I can meet the challenge, but not all of them are fun or very interesting. I'm looking at the power-ups again, and do I even need to say it? Gotta hand it to the developers for being consistent at least, but I'll stand by some of the new ones. Rock Mario's Boulder Dash is not awfully stimulating, but I like to look at it as a spin dash from Sonic the Hedgehog. Don't like Sonic? Well, fuck me, I tried. Yoshi is available to use in certain levels, once again being the green dinosaur I know and love, with none of the juice vomiting from earlier. I'm glad he got past that freaky phase of his life. The stages created exclusively for Yoshi are a great time. You got your fast-paced action and creative platforming sequences utilizing Yoshi's love of fruit. But damn man, I wish I could take him with me, and I thought unlocking him for the starship would let me do that, but it's just for show. The Cloud power-up among them all is my favorite. This is what I consider an extension of Mario's abilities. He falls slower, he can jump much longer, he looks like an ice cream parlor employee, and for a total of 3 times per power-up, he can make his own cloud platform by spinning. True, you can't use it outside the galaxies they place them in, but you can think outside the box with it and bring it to areas that didn't expect you to have it in. This is one power-up I would love to see return, be it a 2D or 3D title. The damn rolling ball gimmick is something I didn't need to see come back though. It's only for 2 levels, I know, and the designs of them aren't as stupidly tight as before, but when they're asking me to be precise with the fucking thing, like with say collecting purple coins, I rage. And I rage hard. But not as much as I do with Fluzzard. This bird operates comparably to the manta ray in Galaxy 1, but now you have to keep your altitude in check as well. It's like controlling the wing cap in 64 with motion controls, oh boy! It's not so bad when I only have to worry about gliding through the level either for a star or for a race, but collecting a specific item, like Comet Coins? Yeesh, it's ugly. Comet Coins are these spinning tokens located in every level. When you collect them and complete the stage, you unlock the Prankster Comet for that galaxy, but that's not immediately evident. Prankster Comets are sort of random on when they decide to appear, like in Galaxy 1, and now you need to make sure you collected the Comet Coin in that world to get it to show up in the first place. This feels unnecessary to me. It's something I think artificially extends the level length either by making you hunt for them or revisiting the stage when you realized you missed it. The Comet Handicaps are no different in theory, but some of them have been tweaked for added challenge, like the speedrun Comets. For a number of them, you have to make sure you collect these clocks scattered through the stage to keep the timer going, which I find more exciting than just running through the level again with a generous time limit. The Cosmic Clones now relentlessly hunt Mario down and mimic his every move, meaning you need to carefully plan your route and not get crazy. I genuinely like these obstacles. It's a nifty retool of an idea that existed beforehand and makes it feel fresh again. Purple coin comets are reduced to only certain galaxies now, and they're roughly all of the small area variety, so no more needing to scour the entire level for that one coin you missed. It seems one of the main goals of the development team was to downsize everything about Galaxy 1 and deliver a 3D game that was almost arcade-like in its execution, fast, frantic, full of energy, and never slowing down. You'll be moving back and forth everywhere when going for all those stars to meet different challenges or for the prankster comets, but it never feels exhausting. A little tedious, sure, but there comes a point where you have to expect that when you're going for it all. What's most important to me is how fun that journey is, the distinction between a sunshine and a galaxy. I can't always expect a reward for going the distance, I'm aware, but damn it, at least make the adventure an unforgettable one, for the right reasons. I've always been curious about this co-star mode they keep constantly rubbing in my face at the beginning of the game. Galaxy 1 had this too, but they really emphasize it here. Seems like a second player can join in with a Wii mode and assist the player. Hey Elliot! Yo. Hey, come here. Come here. Here, that's what I'm doing. Give me my co-star.
Alright, what do I do?
You just point in the screen and do shit. Oh, you're a Luma. Alright, I guess a Mario and Luigi 3D adventure will have to wait.
Wait, what are you talking about? It's over.
We're not there yet.
I can collect these rock candies.
Star bits.
Whatever.
Oh, you can stun enemies and deliver items to me. That's pretty cool.
I'm a fucking busboy.
If Co-Star wants that promotion, Co-Star will help me grab those extra lives.
Look at this. I'm a bicurious Luma. I fondle anything that moves. Kissy kissy. Kissy kissy. Kissy kissy.
Okay, reel it back there a bit, buddy.
Are these purple coins grape flavored?
Holy shit, you can grab purple coins.
Is that good?
Fuck yeah, that's good. I don't have to be nearly as precise as before. Oh my goodness, I can dig a feature like this.
Let's play.
Let's play. But first...
Super Mario Galaxy 2 from beginning to end excels in the gameplay department. Before you know it, you'll be in World 6 and whipping Bowser's ass again in no time. The special world afterwards will further test your Super Mario abilities, simultaneously giving the creative team an excuse for reusing certain levels from Galaxy 1 and even an obstacle course from Sunshine. So you do all of that, collect the stars, beat the game, rescue the princess, all's well that ends well. And then they appear, the green stars. Apparently, a 120-star adventure is no longer worth the $50 price tag, as Super Mario Galaxy 2 gives the player a whole other set of 120 green stars to collect. No new levels, no new gimmicks, just revisit what's already there and locate the green stars. Jesus, this is like the Comet Coins on crack in the same fucking game. Green stars are a scavenger hunt to the highest degree. You're not told their location when you select them on the mission screen, and your only clue is the shimmering sound they make when you're pretty close to them. It challenges your skills and your perseverance. I didn't think this game needed the green stars, just saying that now. You're not doing anything new here. It's a matter of finding the needle in the haystack, with the green jewels being in very elaborate positions a majority of the time. On the other hand, since I feel I had my money's worth with the normal 120-star journey, the green stars can also be viewed as harmless. I already got every power star in the game, I know I proved my worth, what else can I gain from revisiting the levels again? And that's where the Grandmaster Galaxy pops in, a brand new level only available when you collect every green star.
Why do they do this to me?
It should be said it only took me half the time to grab every green star compared to grabbing every power star, but still, we're talking about 240 stars just for the sake of unlocking one extra level. I mean, come on, what the fuck? Arguably, one could say the same about Galaxy 1 with Luigi and the Grand Finale Galaxy. The Green Machine was more nimble than his brother, but that didn't change the fact that you were just playing Galaxy 1 again, and he needed to grab every star with him to unlock Grand Finale Galaxy. The disparity here is that Grandmaster Galaxy is an actual, very challenging level, while Grand Finale Galaxy was just a comfortable stroll through the Star Festival.
It's all bragging rights in the end. You get all the power stars and the green stars to say that you did it, and to show off that lovely 242 star save sitting on your file select screen. That's not what drives me to complete Mario games personally, but I know there's a substantial amount of people who play the games for that very reason.
Putting the green stars behind me, Super Mario Galaxy 2 somehow manages to tread familiar waters and still be an amazingly fun time. That's not easy to do, and I see that as proof of its quality. But I would not recommend playing Galaxy 2 right after playing Galaxy 1. It was a great time, no doubt, but I was getting a little worn out by the end of it all. Galaxy 2 does enough differently to earn that number 2 on its title, but the groundwork is still very familiar, and only hardcore lovers of the first Galaxy can probably get away with playing both games back to back. Give it some time to stew, and I assure you the end result will be one of Mario's greatest adventures, period. Which one is better? Who the fuck cares? Does that really matter? They're both amazing, and I don't care if you think that's a cop-out. Get your ass moving and play these games.
No, I did not forget about Super Mario 3D Land for the Nintendo 3DS. I just forgot to put it on display at the beginning of the marathon, that's all. Okay, yeah, I totally did forget about it. But I swear it's not because I don't like the game. I honestly forgot. Then again, I don't have many memories with this one, despite the game being only a few years old. A 3D title for a new handheld. Is this another Super Mario 64 DS? We'll just got to wait and see, will we? Thank you guys for watching, have yourselves a great night, and take care.